Developing this morning, we're learning how Americans could get an extra $2,000 from the Trump tariffs, as a trade truce between the United States and China could be a boost to some farmers who have been dealing with the loss of their #1 buyer. Let's go to NewsNation's Brooke Shafer. She's been following this one for us. Brooke, today's tariff news, a big deal for those soybean growers.
Yeah, starting today, Alex, President Trump and President Xi have both agreed to dial back some of their aggressive trade measures. The two leaders agreed that the U.S. will today trim some tariffs on China as part of an agreement that both countries will now each work to curb illicit fentanyl trade in the U.S. Other tariff increases are still in place for now, but this is the one you were talking about there, Alex. There's another part of this agreement that has some Americans waking up cautiously optimistic this morning. The White House says China agreed to buy large quantities of American soybeans again. 12 million metric tons of soybeans between now and January, 25 million tons every year as part of this agreement.
This China trade stuff has been devastating, and we need some relief, and hopefully this new trade agreement, if it holds water, could provide some relief for America's farmers. But again, we have to wait and see.
Ultimately, some economists say this tariff truce starting today should bring some relief to American consumers and businesses, a bit of a cooling on those trade tensions between the U.S. and China. Alex.
And Brooke, we're also still waiting on a decision from the Supreme Court on President Trump's sweeping tariffs. Where does that one stand?
We still don't know when the Supreme Court will rule on this tariff case, but in arguments last week, Alex, the justices seemed skeptical President Trump could impose some of these sweeping tariffs. The White House, though, still remains confident. But as we wait for that ruling, the president once again brought up the idea of Americans getting a cut of the tariff revenue, posting on Truth Social this weekend that we are taking in trillions from tariffs, and a dividend of at least $2,000 will be paid to everyone. Here's Trump's Treasury Secretary.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.